Hello, welcome to the stream. Today I'll be sketching and seeing if my computer crashes again. The goal of the stream is to get it to not crash the whole stream. Yay! Okay, it looks like it's working. Looks like I'm not crashing. I'm going to start talking again. And then if it starts crashing because I'm talking, we know it's my voice that destroys the computer. And that's just not very nice, Mr. Computer. Okay. So I think what we have here is kind of a Orc Monk, sort of a karate-y of some kind. Drawing in the folds, keeping the line work loose and kind of more like brushwork. Nice and smooth lines. Oh yes, finally the computer is fixed. Instantly crashes. Sweet. Now let's draw the arm. Let's muscle up this arm a bit. Let's see. Got the trapezius into the elbow, the deltoids, big bicep. Then we'll construct the forearm with the radial muscles into the hand. Oh, it's a little wonky. These muscles would insert a little bit further down. Still gonna look wonky, but he's an orc, so we'll just say he's a little less humanoid. There we go, with the fingers. Hands are fun. All right, and then moving through the forms, we're gonna go into the foreground. We'll give him a belt and try and keep the shape somewhat consistent, but still have some flow to it. Coming up here, we've got the V coming in, folds coming out there. There we go. And then we'll move to the bottom part of the gi in the pants. Oh, got the belt over here. Some indication lines for form. Then we got the folds coming out of the bottom part of the gi, the shape of the bottom part. There we go. And now we've got the pants. Folds coming off of there, a couple marks for the form, some folds, and pretty slack, probably loose fitting so he could move to do his karate moves. Same with this side. Bit tattered at the bottom from all the fights he's been in. More marks to delineate form. There we go. All right, so now we can go to the feet or the arm. I think we'll go to the feet first. Got the toes, probably some nasty toenails. I have to make them like a character quirk that he takes care of his toes. Right now, we'll just be a little jaggedy. On the form of the foot, some marks to delineate the form, going up into the leg. It's a little wobbly. I think this toe, the big toe, needs to be compressed more to the ground. So you want to have the flat bottom to really kind of like push his foot down into the ground, make it more sturdy. Still looks kind of wonky. Maybe it's not low enough. Be a little closer to us than the other toes. Still wonky, but I'm going to move on, otherwise I'll redraw it too many times. Maybe I'll see it better when we come back. So then we got this side, this foot. I'll get the arch of the foot, draw a couple lines for form, draw the silhouette, mount the toes on the other side. Then we got the heel flat on the ground, more marks for form. Yeah, those feet be better. We'll go back. That toe. Nope, got it too. I think the toes, it's crooked too far off to the side. So let's fix the underdrawing and go into the underdrawing. Yeah, it should be over more. That's the issue. Okay, so if that's the case, we gotta get rid of a few more toes, amputate some toes. Come in here, flat there, the arch will be there, so we gotta clear that out, make room for the arch mark. There we go, that looks better. Yep, that's sitting better. Okay, and then we'll go to the arm that's further away, muscle that out. Then we got the forearm that would rotate, more marks for form, into the hand, we got the thumb, the body of the hand connecting to the fingers, the gesture underneath. It's a little gnarly, and the tangent right there with the, not right there, but the tangent with the thumb to the fingers is throwing it off. So let's redraw this one, and then we want the pinky to not connect to the thumb. Yeah, that pinky's going too far for a relaxed pose. So we're just gonna put the pinky back there. Yeah, that's better. It's not perfect, but that's better. All right. So what happens if we get rid of the underdrawing? That's not bad. It's not bad. This arm's a little skinny here. That arm's a little too thick. So let's go in, do some fine tuning. That arm's still too skinny. It's got extra long forearms, but I feel like that could be a design choice. Yeah, that looks better. All right, so from there, instead of going to color, I think I'm going to go to shade this time. Let's add the darkness. So first we're going to do blanket shadow, and then we're going to do the ambient inclusion, where we're going to go in, oh, not paint bucket, I will brush. We're going to go in to any of the spaces where two forms would meet, causing light to get trapped and not make it to that part of the form. So this is not necessarily shadow from light. This is shadow from light being unable to reach the form. So this would be, the shadow would be there regardless of the light source. And we're just looking for areas where two forms would come together, or little folds, little indentations. Here around the belt would be a good source. The ear, where the hair meets the head, probably on the tusks, definitely in the nose, probably here under the lip, probably a couple sections here. Right here where the tunic would meet, definitely around the belt, definitely under here. Okay, and we'll just keep going. Some more marks for there, and we'll blend this out a bit. Definitely under here where the pants meet the foot, and then under where the foot meets the floor, any sections like between the toes, it's a little bit of shadow. Try going and clean it up. All right, and that's pretty good. And then we can go to the smudge and kind of blend out some of these areas that need to be lighter. So just a little bit of shadow there because the form's turning. So we don't need the harsher shadows. There we go. I'm starting to see some of the form. All right, so now we can go ahead and add light sources to this. So we'll go on top. We'll switch it to overlay, back to my brush, to a light yellow color. We'll start painting in where the sunlight would be. Start out right here. Illuminate the face, eyes, leave the shadow for under the nose. A little bit of shadow there. No, we'll color in the chin, shadow by the teeth, or tusks. Right there, like there. And now we're looking for where the light would be hitting the form. So now this is going to follow where the source is coming. And now we can go in and do some edge control with the smudgy stump. Make it a little smaller so we have a little more control over it. And really blend out the rounder forms. But we want to keep anywhere where it would be a sharp cutoff. Let's go a bit bigger for the tunic. There we go. Starting to get more form. Let's go back to the light. Find all the areas this would hit. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I kind of like that shadow where his head's going across the arm. We'll leave that there for now. We'll see if that stays. Right down to the hand. And what's great is after this, I can go in and add the color afterward, adjust it as much as I want. There we go. There we go. Gonna keep going. We're gonna add the light all the way down the pant legs. There we go. This arm, fingers, the feet. This foot. Then we can also add it to the ground and have a shadow that he's standing on. And then we can blend this out to the background. There we go. Now we can go do some edge control with the smudger. We'll shrink that brush up, do more control on the pants, the rounding of the foot. Oh, that's too big. Too big. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so with that, we can then go to another light source for the side, but I think I want to add, not color, but I just want to get them to a half tone so I can really check the lighting. So I want to go to a 50% gray, and we're going to pretend that that's what he is. He's just a big gray statue. And when we do that, you'll see the light will be very subdued. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to fill it. Fill the whole page. There. Now that light's pushed back. So this is as if all the objects were a 50% gray tone. Go. So like his tusks would be, nope, don't fill. Oops. Do switch to brush. So like if I paint his big brush, if I paint his eyes, his tusks a lighter color, you can see they kind of, well, it's hard to see because those are small. But if I made the local color a lighter color, you can see how the light would react differently. But now I can go and add more light to render out the form better. So I'm going to add first another main light source to push those lights a little further. So and this time, not redoing the whole thing, just going toward the areas that would get the most light reflected back to the viewer's eye is where I'm targeting now. So kind of a highlight, but it's not the sharp highlight hit. That will come later. And then these I will really blend out. And this will really make the form round. There. And for now, I'm just going to keep it in the main area. I might go out to the other areas a little bit more, but I want the focal point to be his face, chest area. All right, so from there I'll add a secondary light source to the side. Here we go, so that this way there's more information of the form. And this will really turn the form in space, creating the illusion of 3D. Definitely catch on that foot, probably some of the sides of the toes. Definitely gonna catch on the back leg. Again, following the form. There we go. Probably catch on this arm too, actually. There, and the fingers. Ooh, nice. All right, and then from there, you will add a sharp rim light above everything. And this sharp rim light will really add some form detail depending on where you add it. So like here, I can describe the form a bit more up here for his eyebrow and such, just by adding a couple of lines. Neck muscles, or the shirt, but you don't want to get too choppy. I'm really using here to define some of the musculature, the different points. Arm. On the other side. Awesome. No slowdown whatsoever. Yay, I fixed the computer. It'll break tomorrow. Something will go wrong tomorrow. Go. Whoop. Last bit on the foot, on the toes. There we go. Just some quick indication of the form. Definitely on this hand and the fingers. Oh, that's probably a bit too much here. Oh, switch to erase. No. Yeah, now you're gonna crash computer. Thanks. There we go. You don't crash on me, computer. Yeah. No. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I like it on the hand. Don't leave it there for right now. Okay. So now we can go back. We can add some color. So before I add the color, I'm gonna do the color adjustments first, and then add the color, kind of moving backwards. So first we're gonna cool down the shadow area, and then we're gonna warm up the whole picture on top, which will kind of bring the tones together, really desaturate it actually, and then we can strategically resaturate certain areas. That's really warm there. And then now we're gonna add some color. So I'll make a new layer and we can go in and add some tones. So I'll do a couple different green tones, I think. So we'll do like a base color and then give them maybe spots for different tones in different areas. Oh no, yeah, we can mess around. There we go. Yeah, so now let's do lighter. Now I can add some spots that follow the form to give them just some texture. You could even do tattoos in this way where you draw the tattoos onto the form. I don't know if I like those. Kind of looks like he has some sort of disease. Let's see what happens if I do darker. I think darker is probably better. Yeah, darker is better. So you probably really want to follow the form with these. I'm just kind of like dabbing them in. I should be slightly more careful. I could really use them to describe form. There we go. And then we can add an overall grayish tone to like his chin. Kind of like a 5 o'clock shadow. Let's push this back to the normal color. There we go. Let's give him some hair color. Something crazy like a red. There we go. All right, and then we'll continue the green. His arm. Whoop. Paint bucket that. Probably should use the lasso. Oh, nope, don't paint. Undo. Probably should use the lasso tool. That would probably be more efficient. Paint bucket. And then we go to the feet. There we go. All right, so let's add some more of those spots. More of the pattern. Probably some on the feet. And then I'll reduce the opacity and color in the bottoms of his feet because he's probably got dirty feet walking around barefoot all the time. Okay, what color do we want his tunic to be? Let's do like a desaturated purple. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh. Okay. Paint bucket. Boop. No. Why did it do that? Was I painting it? Oh, I was painting at 45 opacity. That's why. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of neat. We'll continue with that color. What's great is we can change it up if we don't like it. Let's make him a black belt. So I'm not going to go 100% black when I do the color choice. I'm going to do like a darker gray, and it'll look black compared to the rest of the colors. Oh. And then we'll give him just a brown pants. There we go. Sweet, no slowdown. I'm stoked that I haven't gotten any major slowdown. Yay, computer is fixed. Stay fixed, computer. Sweet. Alright, well, that's pretty good for the character. Let's fix his eye color. Let's go in. First we'll fix the whites. Oh, I want brush, not bucket. There we go. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully I'll do a lot more of these.